All right, Pez fans, thanks for tuning in. I'm talking today with Eric Hill, founder and president of Project Echelon Racing. And today's topic is the Tour of America's Dairyland. Toad, the longest series of criterium races anyone can race in North America. It's coming up in June. And I think everybody is looking forward to it. And if they don't know about it yet, they will be looking forward to it after we finish this conversation. Eric, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm living the life of a professional cyclist. I'm in the car on the way to Armed Forces Cycling Classic. Yeah, brilliant for you to make time, and really excited to talk about Toad. It's one of
Right.
my favorite personal events, near and dear to me, and really excited for this upcoming edition.
You guys have a bit of a history with Tour of America's Dairyland. How long have you kind of been participating in the race? And also, how is the team doing so far this year and leading into the race?
Yeah. So Tour of America's Dairyland is, it's a staple event for Project Echelon Racing. We're a Wisconsin-based team. We kind of grew out of a local Wisconsin club. Super Week before Toad was even a thing. 20 days of 100K races. I grew up watching those races. And then when Super Week kind of went away, guys like Bill Koch and Tom Schuler and Billy Ockowitz took the reins and brought Tour of America's Dairyland to life and kind of helped continue that rich tradition of racing in Wisconsin. And I've been a fan and a supporter since day one. I think this is my like 13th year of racing Toad, which is
That's cool. So 13 years is a lot of races to be going to around the around the country, around the world. But what
yeah.
are a couple of special memories that stand out for you from Tour of America's Dairyland?
Yeah, I think for me, just being, I guess, a neo pro, new to the professional cycling scene, and racing with teams like UHC and Kenda and Rock Racing, and just learning the ropes in my own backyard, right? Like getting to figure out how this is supposed to work and what it takes to perform at this level from some of the best in the country, if not the world. Now we are that team. We are the UHC and the Kenda and the Jelly Belly of the world. 2 years ago, we won the last 5 days of the race. Last year, we won a stage, and we were second on in the overall and won the sprinter's jersey as well. And so,
Good. So, in terms of riders and on your team coming to this race, can you tell us a little bit about who fans should look out for and what we might expect from the guys you have on the ground there?
yeah, it's been an incredible year for us so far. Started out in Mallorca, Spain, racing the Vuelta Mallorca with a bunch of World Tour teams, and won the KOM jersey there. Had a most aggressive rider award on one of the days. And so, we started out the level really high, came back, doubled that down with a win at the overall for Redlands Bicycle Classic, won the sprinter's jersey there as well, and at Tour of the Gila, where we won a stage. Just got done with Joe Martin stage race where we were third in the GC, won the sprinter's jersey there. And then we recently won the Sunny King Criterium Classic. We like to think that we may not have like the most dominant sprinter in the world, but every single one of our guys is somebody you got to watch out for, and that's kind of what makes us dangerous and fun to watch. But guys that I'm really excited to have back coming to the race is Ethan Crane from New Zealand. Ethan has done really well, placed in the top three in the overall as he was a U20 rider when he did that, and then we'll have Sam Morris coming from Canada, and then a bunch of other hitters kind of coming in and out. It's kind of hard to find that balance, but we're going to have a full team of 6 riders for the entirety of the series, but we're switching guys in and out.
Awesome. So we've got 11 stages of racing, 11 consecutive days in America's Midwest. Do you have a favorite stage?
Yeah, I think East Troy is personally special to me. That's where I grew up. That's where my family continues to live today, and so I have a massive support crew there. Grafton is an ACC, American Criterium Cup race this year. It's one of the best venues. They throw an absolute party there every year. On corner 2, there's always some guy with a drum set playing as loud as he can, and every lap you're like, oh, somebody crashed. Nope, it's just the guy just ramming on cymbals. Downer Avenue is a classic. How can you not love Downer Avenue and the Super Cream? Everybody in the cycling world, has heard of the legend of Downer Avenue. But for me, the best race, and it's a newer edition, the best race of the entire series is Wauwatosa. It's technical, it's hard, it's fast, and it's honestly rivals the crowd of Downer. It's just an amazing way to wrap up an 11-day race series on a really, technical course that's kind of a race of attrition as well. So for me, that's got to be my favorite.
Right on. So finally, the last thing I want to ask you is about what would you say to young riders or new riders who are looking for a place to do some racing? Why should they come and check out Tour of America's Dairyland?
Yeah, outside of Wisconsin just being an absolute, wonderful place, easy to navigate. Traffic's not terrible. Logistics are pretty easy. All the things that probably your mom and dad are worrying about more so than you as a young rider. The racing is really, excuse my language, but it's really freaking good. It's 11 days of hard, intense races on dynamic criterium courses. And there's nowhere else where you can perfect your craft in the way that you can at a race like Tour of America's Dairyland, where you can try something, you can fail, and then you can perfect it and try it again the next day. And as young riders, that's what you need to be doing, right? Or as new to the sport riders, that's what you need to be doing is testing your limits, see what you're capable of, learn from your failures, and learn from it and reapply it.
All right, Eric. Hey, thanks. I know you're driving; you're still in traffic, so I don't want to distract you too much. But thank you very much for the quick
good.
chat.
That's why I kept the sunnies on, was so I didn't have to look at you, and nobody would be the wiser. But you just gave away my secrets here.
You look like a movie star or a team director or something.
You got to look the part. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Okay, Eric. Good luck at Tour of America's Dairyland. We'll look for you guys on the podium. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Cheers.